Okay. So why does this startup business did not survive more than 5 years? One is macroeconomic factors, which is what we have been experiencing now. Because of the lockdown, it will be hard to do business if you're just asked to stay home and your employees and workers cannot go to your office or manufacturing operations. You have wrong partners. You really have to choose the right partners. If you are a sole proprietor, that's good, but you need sometimes to get a partner to assist you. If you find a partner who, I have experienced that, you have been dragging in the business instead of them helping you, that is one way for your business to close down. Poor management. This is one major reason. One experience I had, we put up a restaurant business. All of us, all partners, does not have any experience in running a restaurant. So we closed it. We did not make money because we don't know how to run a restaurant. So there are certain management tools that we need to have, especially experience things that we experience in the restaurant industry that we need to apply in our own business. So if you plan to do your business, this is also one tip. Take something that you have already experience with. And another advantage of this is you already have a network. Example, for me in the IT industry, I'm already known. I already know people who have this kind of small business in the IT, so I can get them as a supplier. I also have potential clients. So you develop a network, your own network in the industry you want to start with, aside from gaining the experience in running that kind of business. Leadership failure. When no one wants to take charge, or the leader is not acting as a leader, sometimes if a leader is, how do you call it? Some hard to work with, let's put it that way, then your people will not be motivated, the business will not, even your partners will not be happy. So yeah, it's if your chosen leader does not act as a leader, so your business can also fail. Failure in business compliance, not filing monthly monthly reports in the BIR. For sole proprietor, it's quarterly. Especially now, the government needs money. Kaya even with the CREATE law, they have to postpone the lowering of taxes from 2021. 2020, July 2020, dapat start nun. But they are still not implementing it because they need the money. So they're running after people. Example, even if you do not have sales and you did not file the 2 required monthly filings for BAR, you will receive a 1,000 penalty per filing. So that's 2 per month. So for 1 year, that's 24,000 a month. So if you're running a business for 3 years and you have not been filing, even if though you're not running the business or not earning anything, you already owe the government 36,000 pesos in penalties. But if you have sales, that's a different matter. They will compute the penalty cost, and after that, based on how long. So if you try to close your business, or they will go after you, and you have to, you will have to pay a lot. So you need to have you have to really file every month. I'll try to touch on that in this seminar, but that is for another seminar that I am offering. Lack of capital, also you need to have one advice I give is when you do your financial capitalization, financial projection, you need to do it for 6 months or 1 year. Try to do it annualized. Then the capital you need to put up is the total budget for the 1 year, because somewhere in between you will run out of money to pay for the rent, or pay for your people or whatever. Then you have to choose now, where do you get the money? Do you have to borrow? And you cannot borrow the money, so you're forced to close down because just for the lack of capital, even though you see that the sales are just starting to pick up. There's no differentiation. This is a marketing term. Your product is, there's not so much different with other products in the market. So you need to have a differentiator. I will touch on this later. Lack of planning. This is like going to a battle or going to a voyage or a trip without a plan. You really have to plan. So even in business, which is the most important and the most expensive, you need to have a plan. Then sales and marketing. Whatever is your expertise, even if you're the president, if you're the accountant, all the owners of the business needs to sell, because this is the lifeblood of your company. This is the only thing that will make your business grow. Even if you have the best product in the world, if you do not sell it, nobody will know it. So my next topic is, what is the difference between an entrepreneur and a manager? I think most of you are, may I ask if any of you have any experience being a manager, or started, who have experience working in a company? You may put it in your chat box. Okay, so none. So this is the lifeline or product life cycle of a product. You launch the product, it grows, then it matures, and every product, it always goes down, whatever product it is. Even if it's a Volvo, even if it's a Toyota, the product will decline. So what you do is you try to do, and you try to adjust by doing advertisements, you do a marketing, you improve the product, you put it out, like if it's now with wings, then you add a new product. Now it's with channel, so you improve the product, so we will create a new market, or continue the market for that product. So the difference between an entrepreneur and a manager is, when you're a startup, you are acting as an entrepreneur. But when your business starts to get plus minus 70 employees, then you start to shift and change your path to a business manager. Because as an entrepreneur, you try to get you're trying to penetrate a market and trying to get a share, a pie of the market. When you get more than 70 employees, that means you already have a firm market that you have loyal clients and things like that. Then what you're doing now is you're now trying to protect the market, your market. So that's the time you move into a business manager mindset. Okay. So basically, an entrepreneur, as basically it's their focus is innovating, trying to put something into the market that's new. That's why you have to have a differentiator. You just don't just go there and do something that every other people are doing also. You're grabbing a market share. You're penetrating a market. So you need to create a competitive advantage. You need to have something that the market, the buyers will get in your product, will buy in your product. At the same time, you are bearing all the financial risk. You are putting out all the money that is required to run your business until it grows. When it becomes stable, that you don't need to put in money anymore. And as an entrepreneur, it can be informal and casual. You can be like me, just wearing a short sleeves polo shirt. But as a manager, you need to have a tie, a coat, long sleeves, formal attire. So when you become a manager, you have already captured market. So hopefully with you, it will be in the next 5 years. You will now shift to adapting management principles. You need to protect your market share. You need to maintain your competitive advantage. How do you do that? By ensuring the quality of your product and the services you deliver. And right now, you're now receiving the fruits of your labor. So you're getting paid instead of you paying, shelling out money for your business. So as the key trait of an entrepreneur is when there's a crisis like today, you see an opportunity. So those of you who are in this seminar who saw something, who saw a potential during this pandemic, then you already have that entrepreneurial kind of trait. So you just need to keep it up. You need to polish it. You need to have a plan. So you will be, you just need to formalize it so you can succeed. So because what they say is ideas is a dime a dozen. It's the person who converts that idea into a real product or a real business. That's the person who succeeds. So if you already have that kind of entrepreneurial mindset where you see opportunity in a crisis like today, what you need to do now is how you will convert that idea into a real business, then into something that will make money for you. So to share some of my MBA learnings. So something that was taught to us, we're now moving into management. So entrepreneurship, it's easy, it's informal. You see an opportunity, you try to capitalize on it and make it a business. That's what happened with Airbnb, that they saw a potential. So they are the biggest hotel in the world without having their own hotel rooms. Like Grab, the greatest taxi business in the world without having their own taxi. So those are examples of disruptions or opportunities that came out of from the crisis, because people are trying to hard to find to hail a cab, so they thought of putting up an app. So in this crisis, in this pandemic, you may have other ideas or disruption ideas to think of. So in the management part, business always have these 4 things. If you cut up the MBA, it will focus in these 4 different areas: operations, sales and marketing, finance and accounting, HR and administration. So your business, even if you're good in baking your goodies and selling it, you also need to take into consideration the finance, the HR, and administration. If you're just doing something and just that's good in creating a product, you need to have to sell it. So even if you're a sole proprietor, you need to wear 4 hats: operations, sales and marketing, finance, HR, and administration. At the end of the MBA is what we call the strategic management course. We create a strategic management paper. This is what you can call a thesis, where you put in together what you learned in the whole 2 to 4 years of your MBA, and create a strategic management plan. So what is a strategic management plan? Basically, it's not just 1 year, but it needs to be at least 2 to 3 years before to call it a strategic management plan. Otherwise, it's just a business plan, it's just a marketing plan, it's just a functional plan. A strategic management needs at least to be 3 years. And since this pandemic would stay until 2 to 3 years, you need to plan for, you need to have a strategic management plan, not just a business plan. So basically, strategic management is on the top, which is the business strategy. It's when you create a new branch, it's when you offer a new product, create a new product, offer a new product. It's while what we're commonly used to is the functional management, operations plan, sales plan, marketing plan. This is in the middle. This is usually held, the position held by managers. Then at the bottom is your staff, the supervisors and your staff. They are the one who do the daily operations. All their thinking is into a daily or weekly or a monthly plan. The timekeeping, they monitor how many, the ins and outs of your employees, the petty cash. The supervisor only handles like 5,000 pesos petty cash. That's enough for 1 day to 1 week. So that's their mindset. Most of us are used to doing a functional management. But what we need to do is to have to look also on the business strategy, which is a minimum 3-year plan. We also need to look at the business 3 years, within the 3 years, not just within the year. So basically, the strategic management process is you set a direction. We will do this 3 on the top. We assess the current reality. We formulate the grand strategy, which is the strategic management plan, which the things which we will not discuss anymore is now you will implement the strategy or the plan that you have created. You will maintain strategic control, which is you will implement and monitor it and maintain. To do that, you usually, what in the corporate world, we use the KPIs or the indicators, like you monitor for your employees, they need to create 3 pies a day. So that's a KPI. So if they go 2, you need to adjust that. Why are they creating averaging just 2 pies a day when your projection is 3? Because if they create only 2 pies a day, then you will lose money. While if they create 4, you also need to look at that. Even though if they're doing a good job, you might be losing on the quality. So this is how you maintain the strategic control of your business, by having indicators and monitoring it if they go below and above those indicators. So then the last is you get feedback. You see after 1 year, in ISO it's 1 year, ISO 9001. So they do it for 1 year. Then when you see something is wrong, you adjust the plan. So every year you adjust the plan of your 3-year plan. So the first step is set a direction. Okay. So basically, whatever business you put up with, even if it's a small online food selling business, you need to have a vision, a mission, and a values. Even if you start alone, that is what will drive you. That is what will make you grow. One advice for those who are just putting up their own business, try to put a business that you are passionate with. I mentioned earlier about the restaurant business. We put it up. I'm not passionate about it. So whenever there was a problem, I was just say, what am I doing in this business? Every day I want to quit because I am the one with only the business experience with my compared to my other partners. I have to force myself to run the business, even though in the first place I said I do not want to run a restaurant business. I just want to go there after office and have my own drink, then go home. But instead, I was trying to go there, trying to fix all the problems and monitoring the business. So I said, no, stop this headache. Let's close this business. But my IT business, which is my passion, even though I have been losing money, I have been putting so much money in the IT business. It has been up for so many years. It's been up and down. I earned money already. I have lost money, but still the IT business is up because it is my passion. So passion will make you drive to continue with your business. So that's why it's important to have a vision, a mission, and a value. So right now with my IT business, I have my mission to help small MSMEs succeed in the new normal. I also put up the Digital Divide Philippines and the Green IT Philippines. So there's the heart is there with me in the business. So having a vision, mission, and values also makes you put a heart in your own business. Then aside from that, you need a BHAG goal, a big, hairy, audacious goal. In Tagalog, yung makatinding balahibong goal. Yung tatayo yung balahibo mo sa likod ng pag yun ang iniisip mo yung goal na yun. What is a BHAG goal? Basically, it's something you're passionate about. It will make you act and decide, ito gagawin ko. So, and it can make you the best in the world. I think Vanji is an artist, so one thing she will gather is something that will make her the best artist in the world. Artist in the world. So something like that. To put it in parang concrete financial terms, example, you made a projection. I'll say, okay, for this year, I'll project a 1 million sales. No, let's make it a BHAG goal. Project 10 million sales for this year. So, tatayo talaga yung balahibo mo for the 10 million projection. Hindi yung tingin mo kaya ko lang, extend your reach, increase your goal. Okay. So that is how you set the direction. So basically, you're putting a pole 3 years from now, and you're trying to aim for it. So you'll create a plan based on that goal 3 years from now. The second is assess the current reality. For me, it has been already a behavior or a natural for me to always assess the current reality. That when I read the news, I can already assess which items can affect my business, and I can already project what will happen based on that news. So, Paul, I think I have answered this earlier, but for you, how long do you think till we go back to the old ways? We will be going back this year after all of us have been vaccinated. Will it take 2 to 3 years? Will it take 5 years? Or never? We will never go back to the old ways. Can you put your responses on the chat box? Yes, Van, Luz, and Vec. Never, yes, Vec. 5 years if we're lucky to never. Yes, Vanji. And Luz. Yes, at least you're more realistic than some people I talked with. This, although it may be a little better than now, this may be the new normal. what we're experiencing now. It will be hard to travel. Some say, although it's not yet concrete, one vaccine may not do it. It may be like the flu vaccine that every year we need to take a new vaccine because for the new variant. Even Pfizer already said it. You need 3 jabs for Pfizer, not just 2. So, yes, Vanji, we have to reinvent our lives. So, this is the kind of mindset or strategic thinking behavior I have. This is the framework. First is the macro environment. You have to look at the everything outside of your house. This is what you call the macro. First is the general economic condition. So you look at the stock market, it's going up. The peso is going up. Stock market is going up and down. But our GDP was less than 19, I think, although it has not come out, less than negative 19 or negative 16 for 2020. And it will, for this year, from negative 19, they said we will grow by 4% or 6%. So we are still at least negative, more than negative 10 from 2019. Legislation and regulations, the Bayanihan 2, the Ayuda, which I don't know kung nakarating sa inyo. These are legislations you need to look at. But as a market, you can see, okay, our market, the small already has 1,000, so maybe they can spare something for food. So yun yung mga things you have to look out for when doing your business. Population demographics, the millennials, the Gen X, the Gen Z, what's your target market? The Gen X, which is most of us, sigurado ako si Beck kami, we're in Facebook. The millennials, they're in Twitter and in Instagram because nandun daw yung mga tatay at nanay nila sa Facebook, kaya they don't want to be in Facebook. So if you're targeting them, the millennials, and you're in the Facebook, then may mismatch. You're not meeting your market. Even you're doing a lot of marketing in Facebook, your target market is in Twitter and Instagram. Also, what are their likes and dislikes? Ano ba yung mga bagong ng millennials ngayon? Societal values and lifestyles. Right now, it's work from home. So malakas ngayon is delivery. People are stuck in the house. And most of us look for nostalgia through food, comfort food. So yung mga titingnan mo, ano yung mga lifestyle ngayon ng mga tao and before. Banji said you were looking at trinkets. You have to research on it. May market ba? There can be. Maybe 6-7 years from now. Months from now. Or maybe even now, people are already looking at that. Investment, insurance, or things to make you beautiful even at home, na parang ito na yung new normal. So in your marketing, that is what you will do. To make you beautiful at home, sell your trinkets, mga ganon. So you need to know the societal values and lifestyle of your market. Technology, as I mentioned earlier na nga, if you're targeting the millennials, you go to then aside of that, ano yung available? There is now TalkTalk, Grab, and to help you deliver. So at least na yan. Last year, it was still a gray area. How do you deliver to your target market? Pero ngayon, medyo stable na yan. How do you accept payment? GCash? Yun na yung So they already have the technology for that. You need to know what technology can assist your business to complete your operations. Then sa lower part is the industry that you want to enter in. Example is the food. You need to know the suppliers. Ang ano dito is, I will not go into much detail, but you need to see who is in control by asking who dictates the price. Who dictates the price? The supplier or you in the food business? Pupunta ka sa palengke, makakahanap ka, so you can dictate the price. So it's you who dictates the price, not the supplier. The substitute products, is there a substitute product for food? Sa ngayon, wala. An example of substitute product is, nasa na ngayon ang easy call and pagers? Ang pumalit sa kanila is the smartphones. Nawala ang pagers because of the smartphones. So you don't see sa food, I don't see any substitute product. For trinkets, is there a substitute for trinkets? So yan, so I think negative yan if we're talking of food. So tuna. Then buyers, these are your clients. Who dictates the price of your food? Is it you or the client? So if it's you, if it's a market push, then plus sa'yo. Pag hindi, it's plus doon sa kalaban. So for the food, I think it's the buyer who dictates it because you have lots of options. Unless you can dictate na you're a McDonald's, you can say that this is my price. Yun mga ganon. Pero if you're just starting up, you cannot say, I'll sell a hamburger for 500 pesos because you can get a lot of, even if you're Angus beef hamburger, because you can buy that some Angus beef for 300 or so. New entrants, meaning how easy it is to enter that market. So new entrants, food, it's very easy. You just learn how to cook at home. You have Grab and GCash, then you'll go. So it means it's a negative sa kalaban. So rival firms, these are your competitors. Is it to know, is there a price war in the industry that you entered in? That is how you'll know na the rival firms. So based on the food that we did, dalawa lang ang positive. 2, the suppliers and the substitute, then 3 is sa kalaban. In this rule, if there are 3 or more sa kalaban, it means it is a very competitive and a cutthroat industry. So it is a hard industry to enter into. So meaning you will have to sell a lot, create a lot more effort to be able to penetrate that market. And lastly, the company. Okay. That is the internal analysis. As I mentioned earlier, 4 yung tinitingnan ng mo dapat. You have to wear 4 hats. So I have broken the 4 hats into the different roles or functions. You need to do inbound supplier logistics, paano i-deliver sa iyo yung produkto, o pumupunta ka ba sa palengke para bumili ng inyong raw materials, paano kung trinket siya, saan ka kukuha, paano ipapadala sa iyo ng supplier mo. Then operations, paano mo siya bubuuin. Then paano mo siya i-deliver at paano mo paano mo siya i-benta. And some people always forget about this. You need to have service and aftercare. Kung sira yung pagkain, paano ibabalik sa'yo? Kung trinket siya, kung may konting basag or damage, paano mangyayari? Hindi pwedeng binili mo na, touch move na. You will lose clients that way. You need to have a good service, a warranty, and aftercare support. So, the way to look at this is, pag ito, may hindi ka ginagawa, even if you're alone, okay, I need to look at this part of the business. So, kailangan kompleto siya. On the other side, on the above, which is the support actions, you need to have a procurement. You need to look for purchasing to the cheapest supplier. You need to outsource kung pag-create nitong trinkets, ipapagawa ko sa mga nanay nitong supply ng isang squatters area dito. Babayaran ko sa kanila ng 100. So papatungan ko na lang. Ako yung raw materials. That's an example of outsourcing. Technology, research and development. You always need to improve your product. Hindi pwedeng ano lang. You need to reinvent. As I mentioned earlier, kailangan with wings na. Tapos after nun, hindi. Kailangan with channels na. Hindi pwedeng, kailangan may fluoride, may mouthwash pa, yung toothpaste nyo. Aside from that, it's whitening pa. So, laging may improvements. Then, human resource management, your employees is your best asset, the best asset of your business. Kung ikaw man yun, it's you. Then the firm infrastructure, the financial, the legal, the IT, and the intellectual property. Don't forget na ipa-IP nyo yung inyong product. So, hindi siya maagaw ng ibang anytime na sumikat na siya. I think the cost will be around less than 50,000 pesos to IP your product sa DTI. You need to do a SWOT analysis. Basically, sa internal, ano ba yung strengths and weaknesses ng business ko? So, strengths, improve it, flaunt it, ipagmayabang mo. Weakness, kailangan mong i-improve. On the external side, opportunities, ito yung dapat nating pasukin na business o ito yung mga pwede nating pasukin. Threats, even in threats, you can find opportunities. Pero the threats, right now, even the pandemic is what is causing a lot of businesses to close down. So you need to do a SWOT analysis once in a while to be able to plan your business better. So after this, we now create the grand strategy, which is a strategic management plan. So basically, there's a new tool right now. Sana may ganito na nung Strama ko para madali-dali kong naipasa yung ano ko. Just a background, it took me from 1995 to 2008, 13 years to finish my Strama paper. I finished all the subjects in 1995. So 13 years. Ganon kahirap ako sa pagtapos ng Strama. Pero I was thankful because iba ang strategic management noon at iba yung strategic management ngayon. The strategic management in 97, we have to go to a library, we have to do market research na counting yung clicker para mabilang yung market. So everything is manual. But with the current trends ngayon, you just need to find a framework in the internet, and you can use it for your plan. Example is this, the BMC. So BMC, the first part of the BMC is the sales and marketing. So nandito yung the value proposition is your product or your physical evidence, meaning including paano yung packaging, paano mo siya i-deliver sa kliyente mo, ano yung product mo. That is the value proposition. Ano yung value na binibigay mo sa kliyente mo. At the other end, which is the customer segment, which is the people, this is your target market. Who are the people you want to sell to? Okay. Then, sa gitna, sa taas, promotion, how do you promote your product to the people? And sa ilalim, the channel, how do you sell your product to the people? Can it be through online website, Facebook, or may stante ka na maliit sa isang store, or i-consign mo sa department store. So the place is how you sell. I'll let you watch this video. Okay. Next poll. Is Facebook a sales or marketing tool? You can put your answers in the chat box. Chat box. Ano sa tingin nyo? Hindi, is it sales or marketing? Iba yung dalawa. Is it a sales or marketing? Isa lang. Marketing tool. Very good. Luz. Beck, pwede ka ulit sumagot. Marketing. Vanji. Good. Alam nyo na marketing tool siya because most people are selling and using Facebook as a selling site. Okay, sige. For Vanji, it's sales. This is the imbudo in sales na natutunan ko in Ayala Systems. So basically, you need to have awareness. Kailangan mo ipakilala yung product mo. Then, kailangan magka-interest sila sa produkto mo para i-consider nilang bilhin. So, pag-consider na, hindi pa rin tapos doon. They must have the intention of buying your product bago niya ng produkto, bago i-evaluate. Usually, they will ask to compare it with 2 to 3 products then before they purchase. Sa traditional marketing, advertising, TV, awareness, interest, consideration, nangyayari yan, nandun pa lang yung marketing. Pero yung sales, kami yung pupunta sa kliyente para i-hard sell sila. Uy, i-consider nyo naman to. Tapos gagawin ng kliyente, mag-bidding sila, 2 to 3 bidders bago sila mag-purchase sa amin after the evaluation. That was the before. Ngayon, most, as you see on the video, most of the decisions have been done before they even buy. So the marketing has grown, awareness, interest, lahat yan napag-isipan na nila bago pa silang ano. And basically, ang kulang na lang is for someone to tell them, uy, akin yung bilhin mo, wag yung sa kabila. So, the client will always look for 2 to 3 options. Facebook, hindi ka pwedeng mag-close ng deal sa Facebook. They don't have a payment gateway, they don't have a shopping cart or yung kusan yung pag e-commerce ka kung saan mo nilalagay yung produkto bago mo i-check out into the payment gateway. Wala ganun si FB. Kaya hindi siya sales tool, it's only a marketing tool. You still need to have a facility para bumili sila sa iyo, magbayad at mag-deliver. What you do is some do is use Facebook Messenger or cell phone or go to carousel para try to close the deal. Pero at the end of the day, kulang pa rin eh. May dalawa o tatlo ka pa rin kalaban na pinagpipilian. You have to find a way na ikaw yung piliin nila, hindi yung kalaban. So how do you equalize that? So later I'll show you, pero I will teach you how to do the 7 P's of marketing. So ano muna tayo? Marketing muna. The 7 P's is what you do for a marketing plan. Later, I will teach you an 8P, which is I develop on my own para i-share sa inyo. First is the price. The product. Ang tatanungin niyo sa sarili niyo, what does the market need which I can deliver? Pagkain ba siya? May baking, food, product, ano bang produkto pwede ko ibenta? Mag-i-insurance ba ako? Mag-networking ba ako? Pero aside from that, you need to look at the quality, the image, yung branding. Ano yung branding mo? Yung logo mo. At the bottom, you can see our brandings. The blue with the servus and the bottom word. The features. Ano ba yung features ng produkto ko? Ano yung different variants? 200 ml, chili, non-chili, ano yung mix niya, support. Yun. So what is the main purpose of your business? So important ito. Focus ka. Unless general, kahit na sabihin mo na general, general enterprise ka, kahit anong ibebenta mo, department store, may focus ka pa rin eh. Kung hardware ka, hardware store ka. Kung SM ka, may target market ka din. Hindi ka rustans na ang binibenta mo pang mayayaman. Ano lang doon, nakikita mo, it's damit, yung home essentials. Hindi ka makakabili ng kotse sa loob ng SM. So, in a way, you need to have a purpose for your business. You must have a differentiator. As I mentioned earlier, ito ang pinaka-importante. Sa pagkain, ilan ba ang nagsusulputan? Siguro sa akin, 2 to 3 ang nag-i-invite for their new Facebook page, selling their product. So, in 1 month, that's 300 to 900 a month, new products, new businesses. How do you compare your food to the 900 new businesses after that? In 5 years, lagay natin 900, so that's 1,200 in 1 year. That's 8,000, 7,000 in almost 7,000 to 8,000 in 5 years. In 5 years, ang matitira doon sa 8,000 is less than 80. So, yung matira na yon is someone who has a clear purpose of their business and someone who differentiated themselves better than the others, aside from other things. Kailangan may branding ka para ipakita yung ano mo, how it is also easier to sell yourself. Hindi ka lang gumagawa ng produkto, you're bringing value to the client. Even if you're creating food, you're giving them an experience of having a comfort in your home, in their home. Eating, having a comfort food, having a nostalgia of going out and being able to eat and that is the value of your client. Na kahit sa bahay ka lang nila, parang kumakain pa rin sila sa hotel or sa favorite restaurant nila. So that is the value. Hindi lang yung produkto na kinakain nila, it's the yung mga inconcrete, mga hindi mo nakikita na value na binibigay mo sa kliyente. You must have consistency and quality. So how do you make, kung pagkain siya, at inaano, paano masisigurado yung batch mo na to will still stay the same as the second, third, or fourth batch of cakes or foods that you'll be baking after that. You'll always need to rebrand. You need to improve your product. Ilang beses ko na sinabi to. And you need to complete. May variant ka. Kung ano-ano klase. 100 ml, 200 ml, cheese flavor, ano-anong flavor. Warranty. You need to have warranty. Do not forget about that. Paano kung na food poison sila? Anong gagawin mo? Even the biggest and long-standing restaurants have problems with food quality. Okay. Second is physical evidence. How will the client be reassured that you are delivering them what you're saying? That includes the packaging. That includes even paano binibigay yung cup ng inyong stewardess. Paano dinideliver ng tao. That's part of the physical evidence. Yeah, I mentioned about packaging. And kung ikaw is in the online, that's everything. How do you answer them? Even Facebook is measuring you. They're putting you on the top of your, if you can respond to people who ask in your Facebook page within the hour or within the day. So doon nila ngayon mini-measure ang inyong quality, hindi na sa number of stars or ng mga clients mo. So the base use importante yon is how fast you answer, ano yung itsura na, even Facebook is allowing you to change the look of your Facebook page. So all of that, kung pink ang color mo, pink din dapat ang Facebook page mo. So I mentioned about poor customer experience. I learned this in my Service Plus training na most of your clients, when they are disappointed, they will not tell you and they will not go back. The people who gives comments on your product, may sira to, may ano to, they are the ones who are most likely to return to your business if you fix that problem. So wag kayong magagalit pag marami nagrereklamo sa business nyo. You should accept it because they are the loyal clients. One thing I learned also, it is easier to get new clients than to maintain old ones. So, inaano nyo, uy, I'm getting new sales every day, lalo na kung first year nyo. Pero how do you make them stay on your second, third, fourth, and fifth year? So, you have to maintain an excellent customer experience. Next is price. So sa pricing model, I'll discuss later. So dapat ano ba kayo? Subscription ba kayo? Per user, traffic. Yung iba naman may free or earn through ads sa IT. So may mga pricing model kayo. May installment, 30 days to pay, free trial, mga ganon. That's a pricing model. May online discount kayo, kaya din magaling si I forgot na the website na. They earn by giving you 50% to the client. Medyo nalagpasan na sila ni Lazada sa ni Shopee. Pero parang nawala na nakalimutan ko na yung website niya. Group discounts, groupie, medyo hindi ko na rin nadidinig na yan. So as I mentioned earlier, you need to study your pricing strategy. Dalawa lang naman ang okay dito, penetration pricing or premium pricing. I don't think papasok kayo sa low or economic. Pangit na yung quality ng product nyo sa kamura. Or skimming. Mahal na nga, pangit pa yung quality. So sa akin, it's either kailangan high quality kayo. It's either penetration pricing or premium pricing. Penetration pricing, mas mababa kayo, magre-research kayo sa mga kalaban nyo and you will do it lower para differentiator. That's pricing is one way of differentiating your product. Pero you're disrupting the market because you're now doing a price war. Pero if you're into an industry na pwede ka mag-dictate ng price, in a way, premium pricing siya. Pero pwede mo rin kasing gamitin na as a strategy na mamahalan mo yung product mo to say na premium yung product mo. One example is I just launched a bottled product. I was thinking of a pricing strategy. The normal price is around 200 average price for a adobo. Atoyo pala, sorry. Atoyo, bottled toyo. When you add, nasa 160, 150. When you just add the word gourmet, which is a premium pricing, pwede mo na siya itaas ng 200 to 220. So ako, I decided to go through the premium pricing to try to penetrate the market. So that is a strategy. You can enter the market with a high price by making sure that you have high quality. Parang Volvo, Louis Vuitton, Rolex, kahit na mahal siya, bibilhin siya dahil premium pricing siya. Alam mong when you buy it, aside from the prestige, it's high quality. So kung ikaw you doubt, ito yung madalas ginagamit na strategy, you doubt your product penetration, you look for the market and you go lower. Pero somewhere down the road, that kind of strategy is not sustainable. Kaya penetration siya. So umpisa lang. One way or the other, you need to increase your price. And to do that, you need to improve the brand, your quality. Place. So this is how what new distribution options. So sa ngayon, in the new normal, it's go digital. Even in malls, kung nasa mall ka, mahirapan ka. During ECQ, even sa palengke sa labas, mahirap. At least ngayon, MECQ na, pwede na. Pero isipin mo lang tuwing mag-ECQ ka, you have to close down your shop while paying for your rent. May mga gamit ka doon na nabubulok pag hindi mo mga silya, mga inventory. So sa ngayon, it's really, we have to face it. We have to go digital. So you have to have a web presence. Hindi pwedeng Facebook lang, you need to have a website. You need to have an online communication. You need to have an email. You need to have a help desk. You need to have an online payment. You have to have delivery. I-outsource mo ba kay Lalabook o Grab o pick up kayo lagi? So all of this, sa dami to differentiate yourself, yes, you can do Facebook page, you can do Twitter account, you do an Instagram account. Pero the last part, the selling part, how do you do that? You cannot do that on Facebook and Instagram. They are only marketing tools. You need to have your own website na madala mo sila doon, nasa sales na tayo ngayon, para you can talk to them and tell them, ako na piliin mo, wag na yung dalawa pang ibang pinag-iisipan mo. So you need to have an email, you need to have a help desk. Isipin mo lang, if you don't do this, you're just joining the others, the several hundreds and thousands na nandyan na just doing the same, and the client is just choosing, sino ba dito? 1, 2, 3, ito pipiliin ko. So, dun sa last part na 1, 2, 3, nawawala yung chance mo to get them because you're just there at the back end. You're dependent on their decision and how well you presented your website. So kailangan ngayon maganda yung pagkaka-style ng words mo and everything, yung pictures, nakalagay sa video, doon sa pinalabas ko, 80% of content is video. So do you have to create a video every time? So yun yung mga ganon. Warranty, replacement, yan. So importante, meron kang return, replacement, and refund. And or repair. Okay. Sa place, hindi ko na rin that includes trade channels. You can join mga tiyangge. You have sales support. You have sales team. You have channels. You can do franchising. That's other ways of expanding your business. Mga segmented channels, etc. So a mall, consignment, those are different channels. So ang focus ko lang dito is the digital. The promotion, the marketing. Ito na yung natin. You can see na majority now of the sales and marketing cycle is in the marketing. So how will my target market be aware? Be interested. Hindi lang aware. Kailangan interested sila. I-consider kanila, intended to buy, and ma-compare ka to other products just on your own Facebook account or website. So one way is direct selling. Isa-isa mo, pupunta ka sa kaibigan mo, tatawagan mo, may messenger mo, uy, I have this product you can sell. Traditional marketing, which is the tri-media, TV, radio, and print, which is ngayon na. Quad marketing, in-overtake na ni internet, si TV and radio and print. Ngayon, it's internet over out of home, broadcast, and print. Ito yung mga billboard sa kalye. Kaya ngayon yung billboard is meron ng video. So that's called an out of home or digital out of home broadcast and print. Digital marketing. So sa digital marketing, it's search engine optimization. Basically, people, ano bang ginagawa niyo pag bibili kayo? You go to Google or the other search sites. Trinkets, Philippines price. That's what I usually do. Food, restaurant, food order, Quezon City. So you use So the objective of mo is mapunta ka sa first page. Isipin mo kung nandun ka sa last page, kung 1,000 kayo, nandun ka sa 100 page. Eh yung mga tao nagre-research dun lang sa first 3 pages. 5 at the max. They don't go beyond pag nagre-research. So, how do you put yourself in the first 3 pages? So, yun yung tinatawag na search engine optimization. You do social media marketing, which is Facebook, Twitter, and So, as I mentioned earlier, sa Gen X, it's FB and LinkedIn. For millennials, it's Twitter. For Gen Z, it's Instagram or TikTok. So direct selling and social media. On social media, ito yung na pala kanina sa Messenger. Pero, how do you plan all of this? When you only have a Facebook page, social media, you're just putting there, nandun lang yung marketing mo. You cannot do SEO. Advertise mo, ang ina-advertise mo ba si Facebook? Si Facebook ang pinapasikat mo? Or you need to also put in new blogs or content. Kailangan baguhin mo sila para pumunta yung tao, bumalik yung tao lagi sa Facebook page mo, Instagram, or whatever account you have. Pero, you can strategize or put all your efforts into one imbudo by putting it all into your website, pointing all your marketing efforts into your having your own website, and finally be able to sell. So that is how you do selling in the by having your own website. Okay, people. For me, iba kasi for the marketing part ang people eh. For me, people is the target market. Sino ba sila? You have to know your target market. Are they the rich? Are they the BCDE? Saan ba sila? Quezon City ba? Metro Manila? Are they Gen X, Gen Millennial, and everything? You know your target market and focus your market efforts to them. That includes your blog, your product. Kung millennial siya, hindi siya magbabasa. Sabi nga dun sa videos, 7 seconds na lang ang attention span ng tao. Mas matagal pa yung goldfish, which is 8 seconds. Naalala ko yung joke kay Erap tuloy. So parang gano'n na rin tayo, yung attention span natin, yung nasa joke ni Erap. 8 seconds na lang, less than the goldfish. So you can see when the people are clicking on their, if they see something, they will look at it and they will try to read it for 8 seconds. Then you try to capture them and try to watch a video and try to read a small paragraph. Pero if it's more than 8 seconds, the millennials will get bored and move on to the next. Gen X, sa amin, medyo kaya pa namin magtiis, magbasa and everything. Pero majority of the market now are millennials. Although nasa Gen X ang buying power. So this is the target market. Pero for the real, sa textbook, the people for the 7 P's of marketing are your own people. They are the individuals on your marketing activity. Sila yung kausap ng customer nyo, yung mga help desk nyo. Paano nila nire-recruit yung mga tao nyo? Ano yung culture or image na gusto mong ipalabas ng kliyente na nire-represent nila? Paano mo sila iti-train at paano mo sila sinisweldohan? So these are your internal people. So you have to consider them. Kung ikaw yon, how do you tool yourself to be able to deliver? How do you train yourself? Example is this one, you're getting trained. How do you improve yourself to be able to deliver, sell your product, market your product to your target market? That is the people on the book. Process is how you produce your product. So kasama na dito yung quality. How do you, the processing of producing your product services, how do you improve it in your research and in development? Ngayon, going digital, you need IT. How do you deliver it? So, as promised, my 8P is the principal or post, yung 8P ko, 8P of marketing is principal or purpose. Ano ba yung ginagawa mo na makakatulong sa iba? This is what the social enterprise concept is. You have a business, you earn from it, pero like example, rags to riches, they're helping the nanays in Payatas. Or ikaw, you want to create something, bamboo straws that will help stop the plastic straws that is more environmental. There's a online grocer store, sa kanila kailangan reusable lahat. So yun yung mga ano. So ano yung purpose mo? That kailangan ngayon yan, yung puso mo. You need to put that in your business to make it grow. Okay? The next slide is operations. Sa paggawa ng produkto mo, ilista mo lahat ng supplies mo. Then, doon sa key partners, saan mo kukunin? Itatapat mo sino yung suppliers na yan. Then, ano yung mga activities para ma-produce yung produkto mo? I think we touched that already on that, yung value chain model, the internal analysis. Okay? I'll let you view another video.
Once upon a time, business as usual was often good enough. No more. Where we are going, Good enough is dead. In a world where everything is connected, where everything is equally excellent, where performance is reaching perfection, there's only one space left to innovate in: you. Right now, you are a central point in the raging tornado of change fueled by digitization, mobilization, augmentation, disintermediation, automation. Well, the list goes on. Science fiction is becoming science fact. Think about self-driving cars or computers that can learn and think. The way we work will never be the same. The skills we need will be dramatically different. Winning or losing are now happening faster than ever before. So what's your response? How will you discover new opportunities in one of the most transformational times in human history? Are you driving change, or are you being driven by it? Disruption has become the new normal. With change, it's always gradually, then suddenly, well, things really have stopped happening gradually. This change is exponential. Everything that used to be dumb and disconnected is now wired and intelligent. Cars, cities, ports, farms, even our bodies will be wired with sensors and will talk to each other. These game changers are also combinatorial. They amplify each other, creating a perfect storm of change. Quantum computing fuels big data. The Internet of Things fuels artificial intelligence and deep learning, which fuels robotics. However, anything that cannot be digitized or automated will become extremely valuable. Human-only traits such as creativity, imagination, intuition, emotion, and ethics will be even more important in the future, because machines are very good at simulating, but not at being. Yes, robots and software will do some of our work, but this will allow us to focus on things that cannot be automated. To imagine change squared, you've got to start engaging more with what might be, not just with what is. Immerse yourself in the immediate future, 5 to 7 years out from today. We need to go beyond technology and data to reach human insights and wisdom. Technology represents the how of change, but humans represent the why. The future is about holistic business model. The opportunity is to be liquid, to learn just in time, not just in case, not single improvements, but complete transformations, not individual systems, but new ecosystems. Humanity is where true and lasting value is created. We will engage, relate, and buy things because of the experiences they provide, because of their transformative power. The future doesn't just happen. The future gets happened. The new way to work is to embrace technology, but not to become it. The future is in technology, yet the bigger future lies in transcending it. Let's live and lead from here.
Okay. So from the video, it shows the importance of change. The video was made in 2016 before the pandemic. By 2020, all businesses are forced to adapt this change squared. Even in Ateneo, where we're automating everything. Pati paano apply ng pag-sign up into a course. So everything needs to be automated. Pero at the end, yung nga sinabi dito, it's importante pa rin is tayong tao. If you're looking at a business, the artist in the that's something to look at in the future. That's something that cannot be automated. You cannot automate emotions. You cannot automate ethics. You cannot automate artistry or talent. Yun yung mga new valuable products. So that is something you can enter into if you think na medyo techy, ano kayo, hindi kayo medyo techy. Pero at the same time, you really need to embrace change, digitization. So that is the ano. Okay. So the last part of the BMC, so we handle the sales and marketing, the operations, and now the finance. Ilista nyo lahat ng expenses nyo and do a projected sales. Example, if you're creating a product, makaka-produce kayo ng 100 na pies. So presyo niya siya ng 100 pesos. So that's around 10,000 pesos income. So ilan ang kita nyo sa 10,000? So everything like that, so ipaglalaroan nyo yung numbers to know how much is your projected sales. Doon na papasok, feasible ba itong business na to? Kung lumabas na para pala maging break-even ako, kailangan kong ibenta siya ng 300, pero ang market value ng kalaban mo is 200 lang, it's not feasible. Sinong bibili ng 300 mo unless you're a Volvo or a Louis Vuitton na pagkain? Kaya, you need to list down all the expenses and project them for 1 year or 6 months kung project man mo. So, electricity, pati deposit, pang-umpisa mo ng bangko, kailangan niya, nandyan, maintaining balance, magkano ba? 2,000, 3,000, 10,000. New business registration, kung itutuloy mo, pwedeng umpisa, trial muna, sana hindi record to ng ano. Pag okay na, bago mo i-register, pwede mo i-delay ng konti. Renovation, kung restaurant kayo, kailangan mo i-renovate ng bago, kung ano mga ano yan, anong equipment na kailangan mong bilhin, yun yung initial cost mo. Then the fixed cost, kailangan mong bayaran monthly, taxes, business permit, rent, labor, utilities, communication, marketing. Then variable is yun na yung pag-produce mo ng ano mo, ng product mo. So supplies and labor. Pinaas ko na yung labor. Pwede kasing nasa baba ang labor, ang variable cost kasama ng supplies. So you do that per month. The best advice, in 1 year, kung total mo para nakuha mo dyan is 1 million, then the total capitalization you need to have now is 1 million pesos. Hindi 100,000 for 1 month lang. Paano kung after year 3, July, naubusan ka na ng pondo? Wala ka nang mautangan, wala ka nang makuhaan ng ano. Kaso tumataas na yung sales mo eh. So you're forced to close your business dahil kinapos ka ng capitalization. So maganda sa umpisa pa lang, nandun na sa bangko yung 1 million mo na capitalization. Iniisip mo naman, kasi pwede mo isama din yung projected sales after that. Pero babaan mo lang yung projected. Na example, kalahati lang ng ang nabibenta mo, yun. So pwede mo isang isama. So pwede mo siyang ibawas doon sa capitalization mo. Iniisip mo, kung may 1 million ako, bakit pa ako mag-business? Kaya nga, at the first, sa una pa lang sinabi ko na, business is a passion. And less than 1% of businesses survive more than 5 years. So if you're really into a business and you're really for the long haul and you aim for sustainability, you will really invest in it kahit 1 million pa siya. Pwedeng credit line sa bangko, paano naman. So importante siya. And this is one of the most important part of your plan, the financial projection. So it's 11:39. I promised hanggang 11:30. So hindi na lang ako ng 5-minute extension. I'll just give a short introduction of who we are, who is Servus. Basically, we're a domestic corporation. We want to help business. This is our purpose, a social enterprise. Businesses succeed in the new normal using MBA principles and 200 years of combined experiences. Hindi ibig sabihin 200 years na kami. Our partners, example for me, I have 30 years of experience, and my other partners, 6, 7 of them. We have more than 210 of combined experiences in the industry. So lahat kami medyo 50 years and above na. In various areas of a business. So we started in 2002 as a InfoSolve. Partnership lang siya, dalawa lang kami. And in 12 years, I upgraded it into a corporation. Now it's Service Corporation in 2014. So we have two corporate products and services. One is for SMEs, and the other is for large corporations and multinationals. For SMEs, main product namin is smepinoy.com. If you want to start your business, ito yung Business Sanctuary, one-on-one business coaching, 1,680 per session. Usually, mga once a month lang yan after we have created the plan. Online selling, we have a product for you to have your own website and to assist you in the digital marketing. So for the website, for 8,960 per year, you can have your own website. You can develop it and edit it. For 5,000, we can train you how to develop on your own, your own website. That includes 20 subdomains, meaning pwede kang magkaroon ng 20 different other websites or products, 200 email addresses, yung own website. Tapos libre, isasama ka na namin sa business directory namin. We're putting an app to help businesses. And for digital marketing, may free trial account ng Zoho for kung isa ka lang, and you can share it for 8 channels, LinkedIn, Facebook, and everything. Tapos makikita mo na dun yung may dashboard na siya to see the response in your account. So it will help in your digital marketing. So libre yun. You just need to sign up. Even now, social media management at smepinoy.com. It's a free account. For digital marketing, kung gusto nyo mag-focus lang sa pag-create ng product nyo at gusto nyo may taga-sagot ng social media nyo, ng Facebook, everything, because as I said earlier, Facebook is grading your Facebook page based on how fast you respond to the messages in it. So, and you need content. So if you need new contents, we can do for you 4,480. Pero kung mga video or photo lang, it's around 500 to 1,000 per photo or video. Para lang, you need to put a new content in your website at least once a week. That's the best. Dapat at least yan. So people will keep going back to your website. So pag ganun kasi, that's the time yung hits or visits, yun ang mini-measure ni Google and even ni Facebook para i-rank ka, para mapunta ka sa ng first page, para kayong tao nag-search ng restaurant in Quezon City, nandun ka sa first 3 pages. Then, compliance, if you need assistance, gusto nyo mag-focus lang sa sales and marketing, we can assist you in filing for your BIR, registration. Yes. Okay, I'll send you the menu of our services. Tapos, if you just want to have your own accounting system, pero kayo na yung gagawa, we have 100 plus. It's 1,120 per month. And for the first month, it's 3,360 for the setup. Pero if you need a bookkeeper, meron din kami for that. If you're just a startup, less than 3 million, it's 3,360 per month. Tapos, if you need someone to go to the BIR to file, ito yung additional 1,680 per trip. So, if you need tools in anything, IT tools in any part of your business, just go to eTools. From marketing to operations to everything, meron din different tools. HR. Okay. Agentis, this is for bigger corporations. Basically, go digital. Sasabihin ko lang para sa inyo, going digital is not just buying a software and a hardware. You need to prepare your whole business to go digital. That includes the corporation, the security, lalo na ngayon sa Data Privacy Act, at magkakaroon kayo ng sarili nyong website at kukuha kayo ng data. Tandaan nyo, pagka nagka-data privacy breach kayo, that's at least 1 million in penalties at may kulong pa kayo. So, ganun katindi ang Data Privacy Act. So, hindi siya na simpleng, maglalagay lang ako ng website, magaganito. You need to have a complete digital marketing plan and mindset to go digital. So, yun I mentioned earlier, yung ISO 9001. It's basically a strategic planning. Ang tawag namin dyan, it's strategic planning with an ISO certification. This is for big corporations. Pero kung maliit kayo, we're offering it for small, medium enterprises for 500,000 pesos. For the first year, you can have an ISO 9001 brand para pang yabang. Si ACI nadidilig na, ginagamit na rin. Yes, we will send you the recorded copy of this webinar so you can review. Then data security, as I mentioned earlier, but if you have a data privacy breach, million ang penalties and may kulong. Okay, so that's it. Do you have any questions? You can open your mic or ask in the chat box. If you have, I do this as you can email me anytime. I do this as an advocacy, so okay lang ako to answer questions related to business. Sometimes I give it for free. Yung mga The business consultancy is more on for other people to help them earn money. Pero sa akin, I give my consultancy for free. So you can ask me anytime kung may iba kayo naisip na you don't have time, you forgot to ask now. So if there are no more questions pa, okay, so kamukhang wala na. So I will send you a copy. Thank you, Ms. Vanj. I'll send you a copy of this video, and the websites of our links. So thank you, and feel free to email me anytime. Ricky@servustechnologies.com. Ay, type ko na lang dito yung